Course Syllabus for MC ECE 119 Family, School, and Community Partnership. Course Description. This course focuses on the diverse needs of the young child within the context of family, school, and community anchored on the bioecological framework. It examines the nature and scope of family-school community partnerships, including interdisciplinary relationships and their impact on learning and development of young children. It highlights the principles and strategies, initiatives, and programs to help teachers build collaborative relationships with parents, families, and communities. Course Learning Outcomes. At the end of the course, the pre-service teachers will be able to, number 1, demonstrate an understanding of knowledge of early childhood learning environments which are responsive to community contexts. Number 2, examine the nature and scope of family, school, and community partnership. Number 3, seek advice concerning strategies that build collaborative relationship with parents, guardians, and wider community. Number 4, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of schools' policies and procedures to foster harmonious relationship with parents, families, and the wider community. Intended learning outcomes per week. For week number 1, here are the intended learning outcomes. Number 1, explain what the 3 spheres of influence are, the dynamics among them, how these dynamics affect the learner, and demonstrate understanding of and identify their role as teachers in fostering partnership. Number 2, use knowledge and understanding from discussion in writing a position paper. For week number 2, number 1, explain how to strengthen the framework of caring and trust between school and home. And number 2, identify opportunities to build bridges and understand family perspectives. For weeks 3 to 4, number 1, explain how parent involvement and partnership impacts the development of the learner and demonstrate understanding of and identify their role as teachers in fostering partnerships. And number 2, use knowledge and understanding from discussion in writing a position paper. For weeks number 5 to 6, number 1, identify the kinds of home, school, and community linkages, explain how each one differs, explain the possible result of each kind of linkage, and demonstrate understanding of and identify their role as teachers in fostering partnership. Number 2, seek advice concerning strategies that build relationships with parents, guardians, and the wider community, and analyze how teacher attitudes affect their actual practice. Week 7, number 1, describe how to build strong partnerships through meetings and home visits. Number 2, explain how to establish productive, happy, and cooperative parent conferences. Number 3, use meaningful strategies, tips, and activities to connect school and home. Number 4, create parent chats to build a network of family support. Week number 8, number 1, describe how parents can participate as volunteers. For weeks 9 to 10, number 1, describe different kinds of parents. Number 2, discuss about kinds of communication and the effective way of communicating with parents. Number 3, explain what a good progress report is in writing, use sandwiching method, and phrasing ideas positively in writing. Weeks 11 to 12. Number 1, use meaningful strategies, tips, and activities for parent conferences. Number 2, establish productive, happy, and cooperative parent conferences. Weeks number 13 to 14. Number 1, explain how the community affects the teaching and learning in the classroom, how the community can help us in teaching. Number 2, demonstrate an understanding of knowledge of early childhood learning environments which are responsive to community context. Number 3, describe how the community can be of help in the education of the learner. Number 4, identify what the community has to offer. And number 5, use knowledge and understanding from discussion in writing a position paper. For weeks number 15 to 16, research, analyze, judge and integrate knowledge, skills, and values learned from the course, geared towards developing a deeper understanding of the dynamic potential of the tripartite collaboration among home, school, and the community to promote the integral good of learners. For weeks 17 to 18, here are the intended learning outcomes. Number 1, design an educational initiative appropriate for the needs of an identified group, demonstrating one's understanding of the dynamic potential of the tripartite collaboration among home, school, and the community, as well as of the knowledge and skills learned from the different subjects in the BS-CDE curriculum. Number 2, explain existing laws and regulations that support their educational initiative. Those are the intended learning outcomes for weeks 1 to 18. Now, here are the suggested references that can be used in this subject.